Hey folks, game 2 here now between Happy and Sky, and we can see is we're now on Turtle Rock. Again, it's undead versus human, obviously, and it is now actually close spawn. And so obviously close spawn is often very good for human, and Sky actually going for a very early scout. One of his first peasants are going out to scout, and this is going to be very good for him because it's going to mean that he's going to discover this close spawn, and he might try and capitalize on it. I'm not quite sure how he's going to play this now, but there certainly are a number of ways, and it looks like he actually is sending all his peasants straight into militia form, going straight over. Look, he literally has one peasant in his base, and he's sending that one to gold. He's building a couple more, but what I imagine he's going to try and do is this guy's going to try and cancel the ziggurat. That's really the most important thing, because it means the hero can't come out, and it limits the number of ghouls you can build, because obviously you need 5 food invested in gold, so you can only really build two ghouls, which really isn't enough, and he does manage to just cancel that ziggurat, and so this is a very good start for Sky. He did obviously get very lucky with the close spawn and an early scout, but still going very well for him. And Happy trying to rebuild it, but looks like this ziggurat will go down very quickly. And the problem obviously with the undead is that you can't actually hide your buildings that well. You can only put them on blight. And Happy's altar now up, but obviously no ziggurat, 9 out of 10 food already. And Sky now setting up towers already, and this one ghoul has managed to take on one peasant before, but is now taking a lot of damage, and Happy probably needs more lumber. Yeah, he's only at 32 lumber. He needs to get 18 more lumber just to try and put up another ziggurat, and that really is the only chance now. The second ghoul will be coming out in a second, but this tower is now going up. I doubt he has a lumber mill. He does now have enough lumber to put up a ziggurat, and let's just take a quick look. And yeah, as you can see, Sky's dedicated so much of his economy to this attack that his altar is going to be very late. And Sky, meanwhile, setting up an arcane tower now, and setting his peasants out on all these on all the ghouls, and Happy now bringing in his acolytes to try and fight them off, and this is going to go very well for Happy actually. Obviously one set of militia form, these peasants are a lot weaker, and just by bringing in all these acolytes, that's really going to do a lot of damage. And as you can see, Happy's actually built, I believe, a 6th acolyte. Yeah, he's 6 acolytes out because he had that one spare food, and you know, an acolyte's better than having nothing, considering he just had a bunch of spare gold sitting around. And he's probably sent some of these acolytes back, although more militia are being brought in now, so maybe it's worthwhile just keeping them out just until you can take down his tower at least. And it looks like this one ziggurat will manage to go up. It is now finishing now, and Happy might go for a tavern builder. He might go for a yeah, no, he's going for a Death Knight. And meanwhile, Sky not building a hero here, but actually going for a Tavern, but going for the Fire Lord actually. Fire Lord, an excellent hero, very early game, but sort of his usefulness decreases very quickly, and I think it's sort of an interesting choice. Obviously Sky wants to end this game quickly. He knows that the hero isn't out yet, and so he is at this time in which he can really sort of capitalize and try and get a couple free kills. It looks like at least one ghoul is going to go down here, maybe a second one as well, and no, it looks like he's going to have to leave that second one, but still going very well for Sky at this point. Happy really in a lot of trouble at this point. Happy does manage actually to take down one peasant with just a acolyte, so so that's actually an alright move for him. But Sky is now continuing to set up towers, and I imagine he'll be putting down or bringing in more militia whenever he can. And Happy now, or Sky should be able to summon a second lava spawn in a second, and that's really going to ramp up the damage he can do to these ghouls. There's a second lava spawn there, and actually you can see one split as well, so he now has 3 out, and that's just so much damage. And the Death Knight is now out, but no shop either for Happy, and so it's going to be really hard for him to actually build up the food he's going to require to chase away this army. And the lava spawn's just being left to take out acolytes, and that's really sort of a fairly sensible move. Obviously Happy had a spare one, so he hasn't actually lost any yet, but looks like he will now lose one. Now he runs it behind the gold mine and actually brings it back on just to try and sort of confuse Sky, and it looks like actually it's worked. But 4 lava spawns now out for 6 lava spawns now out for Sky. That's just so much damage coming out. That Happy is really forced to bring his acolytes away, and more militia being brought in as well. So very strong attack here from Sky, and I think he is just going to try and end this soon rather than extend it for any extended period of time. And meanwhile, the Fire Lord now has sold his TP and bought a boot. And actually, a bit of trouble. Fire Lord gets surrounded here, I believe. That's very careless by Sky, and actually getting level 2 as well. So that Fire Lord is going to take a while to come back, and that's very nice for Happy because it's going to put him a significant way towards level 2. And this one ghoul looks like it will probably get away because these lava spawns haven't blocked, and actually are about to time out as well. And meanwhile, in Happy's base, a tower has been upgraded, but there are still 2 lava spawns who are preventing any acolytes from mining. And meanwhile, Happy has managed to take out one more peasant, which has brought him very close to level 2. He should probably just creep out this camp here, try and get level 2. He only needs to creep out one of the small creeps even, and I'll get him level 2. But there are 4 lava spawns in his base again, and he really needs to put up a shop really. Actually I guess he has better things to do with his gold at this point, maybe. But level 2 now as well, so Unholy Aura. And taking a quick look at Sky Space, you can see he hasn't even put up a barracks yet. I imagine if this game goes on any longer, he'll probably be forced to. But at this point, he really is just sort of happy just with a bit of harassment. And Sky now sending, or Happy now sending all his ghouls to harvest lumber. Obviously, he doesn't have much because he's been using all his ghouls' time just to like fend away all the harassment. And Sky now power building this barracks with 3 peasants, and Happy is now scouting this, and he looks like he will try and take down at least one of them, but I imagine Sky will be able to run it back. And Firelord is almost out now, and Happy will need to be careful not to get surrounded here, because he is trapped between the barracks, and he actually does get surrounded here. So this could be a bit of trouble for Happy. Obviously, he does have a TP still, but he doesn't want to use it. And Sky, actually Sky being a bit careless there, not managing to hold the block when Happy killed one of the peons, one of the peasants, and he also was bringing in some ghouls, so he might have managed to get out anyways. I'm not quite sure, but on level 2 on both heroes at this point, Happy continuing to pump ghouls and actually putting up a Tome of Relics now. That's going to be really important for him, because obviously these, if it's all early game stuff, then there's going to be so many skeletons just that he can pop up, and that will really help fight off all of the attack really, but especially the fire spawns. And Happy now picking up a Rod of Necromancy, and looks like Happy is trying to go for some surrounds here. I'm not sure. Oh, actually he does manage to get one. It's a very nice surround there. Actually, it's so hard to surround a militia with a ghoul, you know. It's just they're all such small units, it's really tricky, but Happy does a very nice job of surrounding there, and he has killed a fair few units now. He's getting he's on his way to level 3, but I think Sky is really just level 2 basically, yeah. And first fire lava spawn now out for her Sky, but no, but it looks like he's going to lose 1 footman. So he has produced 2 footmen out from his power built base, and it looks, or for his power built altar, but they are going down pretty quickly just to focus fire. Obviously now that these skeletons are out, you can just dedicate them towards chasing down weak units, and they really just have to continue running for an extended period of time. And looks like Happy is going for his round on this lava spawn. Tries a couple times. Obviously with Aura you can try it a couple times. He does actually get it, and it looks like these skeletons do have enough time, so he will actually manage to get the kill. And that's going to be a nice bit of nice chunk of experience for him. And meanwhile, you can see Sky hasn't gotten any experience since the beginning of this skirmish here. And obviously putting all his focus on the Death Knight, because these skeletons will time out eventually, and they don't give enough experience to be worth trying to focus down. And Happy now trying to go for a surround by the looks of things, but he doesn't have any ghouls out front to sort of get a bit of a block, so it looks like that surround's not going to happen. But maybe with his Aura he can manage to try and catch up now. He's bringing in all his ghouls by the looks of things. Yeah, all his ghouls. He is teching and building a graveyard as well actually, but Happy doesn't quite manage to catch up, and looks like the Boots of Speed will manage to keep the Fire Lord out of danger for now. And meanwhile Sky actually building a second barracks. Looks like he's going to be dedicating his entire game to this tier 1 tower push. Obviously there won't necessarily be towers, but I suspect that Sky will put up some. And Death Knight very close to level 3 now. Actually I think he got Sky managed to deny that creep, but double footmen's around there. Oh no, that's a bit of a shame. He almost Happy almost got a double surround there. That would have been very nice, because that would have been a massive chunk of Sky's army just taken out there, and that would have also gotten him level 3, which is really important. But first Fiend coming out now as well, and I think this could be very good for Happy, because obviously once that tech finishes he can bring out a Lich, and Lich are just so good against a Lich is just so good against something like mass footmen and towers as well, because obviously you have the range. But that Death Knight is very low actually. Happy will need to be careful. Once he gets tier 2 he can buy a healing potion, but until then he's going to have to rely on level 1 Aura and Blight, which obviously has significant mana regeneration, and Happy actually losing his first Fiend there as well, so a bit careless by him. But looks like he will take out at least one militia, maybe second one here once now it's back in peasant form. And Happy just sort of needing to keep his hero to the back of his base. He is level 3. He's picked up a sacrificial skull as well, which is a bit of an odd choice considering all this battle's been in the back of his base. And Sky now putting up a tower as well, but he doesn't really have the meat to hold the line until that tower is built. And so I think this is going to be GG in a second at least, just because Happy's just sort of completely overwhelmed with the army. He's ignoring the towers for now, although I imagine he's going to switch focus to them when they get closer to being completed. A guard tower actually going up rather than an arcane tower. It's a bit of an interesting choice, because obviously it's not too much of a there's a GG there. And so there's that's the game. Obviously Sky being very polite there, saying good luck to the next games and stuff like that. Sky obviously a brilliant player and really nice guy as well. So that's the best of 3 between Sky and Happy. Please feel free to comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks.